the creative process. To begin to actually delve into this topic, we must first understand what is creativity. Creativity is defined in the Merriam-Webster dictionary as being the quality of being creative, or the ability to create. Albert Einstein once defined creativity as intelligence having fun. But what does it truly mean to create? Without being able to create, how can we be creative? And what actually makes us create? Is creating something defined strictly by physical results, or is it more? Is creativity in an emotional or spiritual sense still count as something being creative? Without the ability to create, these presentations we've been listening to this class would not have been possible. Take a minute and think to yourself, what does creativity or to create mean to you? For me, creativity has more meaning than just quality of being creative. For me, creativity is being able to make something amazing, pull an idea out of thin air, and make that idea a reality. You see, to me, what creativity entails is not just getting the idea caused by a sudden fire or, in some cases, a misfire of neurons in the brain, but to actually have a spark of genius. You see, as humans, we aren't taught to be creative. Look at life, school for instance. We do the same thing day in, day out. And truthfully, our creativity is made to be limited. And those who let theirs out are labeled as having ADD or ADHD or other learning disorders, when in reality, their brains are just more active. We live in a world where doing the same menial tasks are what is right and what is needed to succeed. The average North American works for 40 plus hours a week. After you take out the time needed for sleep, we're left with only a few hours a night. In these few hours, we take care of personal needs such as relationships, kids, feeding ourselves, and doing housework. But what many don't have time for is to let that creativity flourish. Studies have shown that being creative increases happiness. But why do we limit it in the workplace? Or in our case, school? Well, we do that because we are taught that being creative is the same as being hyperactive. And most of the time, being creative is associated with daydreaming, which leads to employees or students being unproductive. Don't get me wrong here. There are quite a few jobs out there that foster creativity and actually require it, such as artists, writers, graphic designers, and in my own personal world, cinematographers. You see, for me, I get paid to shoot videos, edit videos, and adjust them to have that filmic look. Then I have to find my own work approaching clients in a world called freelancing. And truthfully, if I couldn't be creative, I would be without a job. I wouldn't be able to be successful. I wouldn't be able to make money. Creativity in my world is being able to turn this into this. If you were to take anything from this presentation, let it be this. If you are one of the millions of people suffering from depression in our nation, let your creative side out. It will not only make you feel better, but may cure your depression without the use of harmful medication. To conclude, any teachers who may be listening to this, stop being so uptight about being creative, and try to let it flourish in your students, and maybe in your own life. And I'm sure you will live much happier.